The 12 Films of Christmas. Ah! How are you? I'm going to do the 12 Films of Christmas. I'm going to start off with an absolute classic now, and one I think should be in everybody's list. And that is Ghostbusters. An absolutely fantastic film. Just great right the way through. Great casting, great jokes, great slapstick comedy, really well acted, really well cast, great locations, great special effects, great costumes. Just everything about it is just absolutely fun. Wonderful. Great film, and I think greater than the sum of all its parts. Um, the idea of this film, originally it was going to be the idea of that the guys had been Ghostbusters for a long time now, and they're basically going to be portrayed as janitors, really. They get rid of dead ghosts in the same way as janitors get rid of rubbish, and it was going to be start the film where they had been Ghostbusters for many years, and they were now pretty bored of the job, but they decided to go another route with it as well, as you've seen in the film, where they actually get kicked out of college and then they go into business for themselves. And just the whole setup of the film and the whole portrayal of it and the payoff at the end is just absolutely fantastic. Everyone on it done a really great job, and I recommend that everybody have that in their list. Ghostbusters, they're ready to believe you. This next one has elements of Christmas in it, hints towards Christmas, but it's not exactly a Christmas film. And that is, you don't feed them after midnight, don't get them wet. But a lot of hilarity can ensue when they get near an old woman with a chairlift. Yeah, gremlins. Those crazy little critters bring some great laughs. Uh, there's so much great crazy humour in this. Uh, it's destructive, it's disgusting, it's hilarious, it's sickening. It's got all the great elements of a film, and it's one that I love to watch every so often. It always delivers. I think it's always an enjoyable watch, and always just laugh out loud moments. And they done great with the effects on that film, and the gremlins were really well done, and the metamorphosis between, I suppose, before they're wet and they're cute, cuddly little Mogwai type character, and then to become gremlins, the actual gremlins, is it's very well done, and there's a good cast and it was well acted too, and the whole setting for the film was quite good. So uh, that's Gremlins. This next one had religious organisations and Bible bashers alike up in arms when this one came out. It was considered blasphemous and heathenous and wrong and abomination. It is, of course, The Life of Brian, a great film about a child who was born in a neighbouring village around the same time as Jesus was supposedly born, and who is then, of course, mistaken for the Messiah. It's a very funny film. There's a lot of great jokes in it. The Monty Python team done a great job. It was filmed on a very low budget, and you can see in the film a lot of the cast had to play more than one part. In fact, I think three, maybe four in some cases. So there's a lot of great jokes in it and great references, and uh, great ideas came about because of the subject matter that they were dealing with and that they talked about. So if you can, I suppose, check your religious hang-ups at the door. You will find it a very funny film and a great film. Just it's not meant to be taken to heart. It's just meant to be a very funny film. That's exactly what it is. That's Monty Python's The Life of Brian. For me, the original and best college film. It's got a great cast, loads of great gags and anarchic comedy humour. John Landis really did a great job with this film. It was done in a shoestring budget. It was set on a great location. It was really memorable characters: Boone, Otter, Flounder. D-Day, and of course Bluto Blotarsky. And of course, in a college film, you gotta have the enemy, which was well portrayed, and in the character Niedermeyer, Douglas C. Niedermeyer, uh, an absolute militaristic, up his own arse, pompous prick, but he was absolutely brilliant character, and I loved him. So, if you want a comedy that's an anarchic roller coaster ride, and just have a few beers, have a great laugh, and have a really enjoyable time watching the film, get Animal House. The next is the first of two National Lampoon films. This is Vacation, about the Griswolds family and their trip across country to get to Wally World amusement park. It was a good film. I quite enjoyed it. There's some good wacky humour and comedy from Chevy Chase and supporting cast, and the different pitfalls of travelling as a family together in a long distance across country. It was quite funny and quite an enjoyable film. So if you just want a film you can sit back and relax and enjoy with the whole family. The next one is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Fun, festive frolics with the Griswold family. Um, One of John Hughes' last good films, I think, before he went into all that Home Alone shit, which I never really liked. But it's probably not considered one of the best National Lampoon's films with Chevy Chase, but I quite like this. Some good jokes and well performed action comedy in this, physical humour. So if you want a good comedy film for Christmas, it's a good one to watch. It's enjoyable all around. It's got some good laughs, good casting, and it's well done. So, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Going in a very different direction now. This comes from Trauma. This is called Blades, and it's all about a bunch of, well, I suppose, homicidal lawnmowers on a golf course. And they're attacking the players and people who work there and basically butchering them and killing them off as only lawnmowers can do. And then about to fight against the lawnmowers. It's a wacky, bloody, gory romp done in true Trauma style, low budget, high gore, highly pushing the envelope, high excess. It's absolutely hilarious. I really recommend that one. Blades. Killer Condom. The condom that robs you out. Another great film from the annals of trauma. This one is about in a world of safe sex, these condoms will kill you. There's a conspiracy and only Detective Macaroni can solve it. Killer Condom was quite a strange idea. It's a it's a bizarre film, but the pretext of it is quite funny. Condoms biting people or biting men's cocks off and killing people. So he basically flipped the whole idea of safe sex on its head. Um, Apparently, it's got a work on monster presentation done by H.R. Geiger. It's won awards. It's had a guys working behind it who's won awards, and it's just quite a bizarre and strange film. But yet, apparently, it's done quite well. So that's a Killer Condom, the condom that'll rub you out. Fletch. Chevy Chase is really on form in this film as Irwin R. Fletcher, who's a Los Angeles journalist, is a master of disguise and a man of many names, and he has to solve a case. It's about a man who has hired him and going to pay him $50,000 to kill him to get insurance money for the wife. The man has said that he's riddled with cancer and he's going to die, and he wants Fletcher to kill him so the wife can get the money. But of course, Fletcher finds out that this isn't true, and therefore more of the web of intrigue unravels. It's a great film. Chevy Chase is just in great comedic form in this one, and he does a great job. Action Jackson. Carl Weathers, who's also known as Apollo Creed from Rocky fame. He plays a tough cop who's on the trail of an auto magnate who's systematically bumping off his competition. It's a good film, good action packed. It was once said that it was like a black version of James Bond. Uh, there wasn't really any gadgets in it like Bond, but it was good action. It was good, fast paced, gritty in parts. There's actually quite a good cast in this film as well. There's Craig T. Nelson, who's been in quite a bit. There's Sharon Stone was in it. Thomas F. Wilson, who you also know from Back to the Future fame, who played Biff. So if you want a good action film, no holds barred, thrills and spills, Action Jackson is a good one to look for. And for a completely different direction, a documentary, Iron Maiden's Flight 666. This is a great film. It's done very well by Sam Dunn and Scott McFadden. Uh, it's a chronological documentary on the band's 2008 world tour. Um, if it's a great watch if you're a fan of Iron Maiden, but even if you're not, just to see an excellent piece of filmmaking, it's great to watch this. It takes them through their through India, Australia, Japan, USA, Canada, Mexico, South America, and you'll see interviews with the band, the crew, and fans, and of course, Ed Force One, the plane, is flown by the frontman himself, Mr. Bruce Dickinson. It really is a great film. It's a great behind the scenes, great insights, and of course, I love Iron Maiden. Absolutely love them. Huge fan of the music. So that's it's great songs to listen to as well. So that's it for a different pace. Iron Maiden, Flight 666. And something festive to round it all off. Treevenge, a short film about a bunch of sentient trees who rise up to take revenge on those who cut them down, on those who bought them. It's it's done in true trauma spirit. It's low budget, uh, a highly graphic gore, but I think because of that it makes it quite comedic and humorous. So a funny short film about trees getting their own back at Christmas. Treevenge, they're coming for you. My 12 films of Christmas there. Some absolute classics, some firm favourites, and a couple of for my own select choice there.